Hello, glorious micro roadside spillway that somehow, some way I have never fished before. How the hell are you today? My name is Josh. I've done stuff with your cousins, done stuff with your sisters, done stuff with your brothers, don't ask. But yeah, I've fished this creek a lot, but I've never fished in this exact spot. And after looking at Google Maps, it looks pretty good. So let's give it a whirl and stuff and things. Pow. What is going on, you dirty old stash bags? It is me, and I am at this glorious little spillway thing. I thought I had checked all the cousins and the uncles and the aunts off the list for this creek, but guess I hadn't. Merry Christmas to me. But yeah, we're gonna try to stay away from corn. Actually, we're gonna do more than try to stay away from corn. Scout's honor. My heart. I promise not to use corn. We got some frozen bluegills that I caught, I think yesterday, I don't know. They're fairly fresh, but they are frozen. Then we got night crawlers and we got lures, and we're just gonna see what we can pick out of it. I have a general idea of pretty much what lives in every creek in every state, on every planet. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of see what we can catch today, besides carp. I promise. But yeah, you never know at spots like this. Could be good, could suck, looks pretty shallow. So yeah, I don't know whether I have high or low hopes, but I do have hope, so yeah. Come along with me, see what the hell we can catch. Stuff and things, pow. So yeah, I'm gonna start with crawlers. The bluegills got a thawed a little bit. I also saw grasshoppers like absolutely everywhere. So that might be a thing eventually too. Never really fished with grasshoppers, but I've heard they work. They're kind of up the hill though, so it'd take a decent amount of work to get one, I think. So right now we're just gonna use what we got and see what happens. Seems extremely shallow. And most of the time right below the waterfalls like this are the best spots. I just had something tiny. But down there by that brush pile kind of looks flatheady. So we might have to give that a whirl. But for now I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna weed through some fish with the crawlers, get the cut bait out eventually here, kind of check some depths, and yeah, go from there. We had a fish right away though. We definitely had a fish right away, which is not a bad sign. And there is some depth under that brush pile. I only got one split shot on, but there's definitely some depth. There's kind of like a whirlpool right there too that looks pretty good. Definitely looks catfishy. Catfish are the main goal. And I mean, we'll take anything else we can get as well. So let's see what lives here and stuff. Oh, big. On the wrong pole too. Oh, get out of there, bud. I was peeing, he caught me with my pants down. This current is also a lot heavier than expected. So that is technically what we're after. I mean, flathead's top notch, but that's a pretty decent sized channel. And it about ripped the damn pole out of my hand while I was playing with my pole in my other hand. Not bad. Not bad, not nearly as big as I thought. But he had the current to help him out. And this little rod can handle this size of channel kitty. All right, first fish at the new spot. Ain't chitty. Definitely fought hard, definitely hit hard. And yeah, pound or so. Pound or so on the crawler. Cool, he's kind of roughed up. He looks like he's been fighting with another catfish. That looks like catfish teeth. That's not from my line or the brush pile or anything. Well, that's probably from my line, but those are teeth marks. There might be a flathead here. Let's find out and stuff. First, let's see if we can cut. First, let's zip up my zipper. Second, let's see if we can cut a piece off this bluegill real quick. Pretty frozen. Fairly fresh though. Caught him yesterday, I think. Sharpened my knife too, thanks to a subscriber that sent it to my P.O. box. I forget his name. Kevin? I don't know, he's from out of the country, but as you can tell, actually maybe you can't tell because the camera's pointing at the ground. Knife is a hair sharper. So shout out to you, Kevin. I appreciate it. All right, a little bit bigger hook, a little bit heavier line, a little bit heavier pole. Just a piece of bluegill there. I'm gonna hook that a little shallower. Expose more of the hook because the hook still isn't that big, but actually I don't even know if it is bigger at all. Definitely got a heavier weight though. So let's throw it down by that brush pile and see what's popping. See if we can get a bigger one or maybe some live bait. I don't really have the right pole for live bait, but I could throw some live bait on this if I get some. I wonder if there's a way to get on the back side of that brush pile, because that looks pretty good. Fish at the front of brush piles in areas like this, or any currency situation, tend to be the fish that are feeding. So walking behind that brush pile might not be the best thing ever. Still worth a shot if I can figure out how to get back there, but yeah, the fish up here are gonna be eaten. Like that one. On the bluegill. On the bluegill. Little creek channel cap beat down, never been here before. Fish this creek in general a lot though. But yeah, there appears to be fish here. There appears to be fish here. I thought he looked bigger than the first one when he was splashing out there, but he ain't. About the same size. No teeth marks on this one though. I mean, she wasn't coming off. Little 6 cents hook. Wacky rigged worm hook, 2-aught. Discount code STASH. They work real good for small pieces of cut bait, and yeah, the 1-aughts work pretty good for the crawlers. That's what we got the first one on. So shout out to 6 Sensuals. Not only bass stuff, but they got a select few things that are applicable for the whiskered kitty creek dongs and carp fish. I brought corn, but I don't know if I'm gonna go for carp. I might though. But lately when I do go for carp using corn, I just end up catching channels, so might as well just cut to the chase and you know, give them what they really want. I would much rather fish with bluegills for channels than corn for channels. And channels would much rather have bluegills than corn, I believe. Haven't really got a chance to ask them ever, but I believe. State trooper pulling where my truck is. Not sure if I was supposed to park there or not. Might have to go up and make sure we're not getting a ticket. Let's catch one more fish though, because I'm getting nibbled. Feels kind of smaller though. Got one. Got one. All right, well there's clearly a ton of channels. I'm gonna get this guy in, make sure I'm not getting a ticket or getting towed. See if there's somewhere he wants me to move, but I mean, all in all, pretty damn successful so far. Not the biggest fish in North America, but fight hard in this current, and we've been here not very long at all. And there's just a pile of them in that brush pile. They all seem related, but that one's kind of got some gross things going on. Same spot though. Hooked the shit out of him. Wasn't coming off unless he broke off. And stuff. All right, let's climb up the hill. Maybe I'll show you some of this part if it's interesting, but if not, come back down here and cast around. Holy shitoli, I hooked myself. Be right back. And stop. Alrighty. I was not in fact getting a ticket or getting towed, and I tried with very minimal effort to catch a grasshopper and failed. So we're just gonna keep using the cut bait, it's working. Maybe one day I'll fish with some grasshoppers, but I don't feel like going through the effort. Got a piece of bluegill tied on right here, and it's already caught 2 fish, so might as well throw her back out there. Pretty simple rig though. Anyone can do this. That's what makes it fun. What do you guys think? What's more appealing to watch? I mean, I feel like as a YouTube fisherman, you either got to do things that are relatable, or you got to do things that are just absolutely crazy. So perfect example would be me. I have a kid, fish around home a lot, fish dirty puddles, fish from the shore, relatable. Then you got Tyler, who does whatever the hell Tyler does and catches big fish everywhere he goes, and he goes all over the place. That's just like mind-blowing. So I don't know where I was going with that. What do you guys prefer, relatable or mind-blowing? I guess that's the question I was leading to. But when I was looking for grasshoppers, I looked down the way. There's another chute of water shooting in. Is it a chute? It's another area with water coming in that we're definitely gonna try. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get there, but I'm ready for it, you know? Ready for it. But now let's just catch another fish and stuff. Got something. Got one. All right, been a little while. Caught those first few fish, went up to see if I was getting a ticket or not, and I wasn't. But I came back down and the fish were gone. So I went downstream. My face is covered in sweat. And my pole about just got ripped in the water. And caught a turtle, actually 2 turtles. Turtles. Went and stood on the brush pile and alrighty. See if we can catch one standing on the brush pile. Caught nothing. Came down to the next bridge. Smallest channel yet, but it's something. It is something. Should be eating these boys. They look pretty clean. They look pretty clean. And he just farted. But yeah, nothing spectacular. Smallest one of the video. I did catch a couple small ones on night crawlers. It is not a decent sized channel catfish, but it is a channel catfish. First location, but yeah, not terrible. There's a butterfly on me. How sweet. Super dirt shallow though. Look at that, I'm in the bluegill's butthole. Gross. Channel was a butthole eater. Super shallow, not super hopeful, but I'm gonna throw it out again, just cuz, and then we are gonna go even farther upstream to the next bridge. The next bridge is, seems like a better spot. I just stopped here for shits and giggles, and we got at least 1 shit and 1 giggle, so better than nothing, but hopes are low for this spot. I didn't even think I'd get that, to be honest with you, but we did, so cool. That being said, we're gonna move soon. Okay, bye. That's not a bad one. There might be more fish in this little spot than I thought. That was the biggest one of the day for sure. That was kind of intense. Let's get a new piece of cut bait. It's seriously like maybe a foot deep. And that was like a 6 or 7 pounder from what I could tell. I mean, it's hard to tell from clear down here, but definitely was bigger than any of the other channels so far. Still kind of a cool spot. I mean, urban AF, as the kids say, if they say that. I'm not sure, I don't keep track. Besides 6-year-olds, I keep track of what 6-year-olds say because I have one. But yeah, that didn't take long to get another bite. That being said, I feel like that might be the last bite at this spot after missing it, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want climbing down into this to be at least a little more worth it. Let me tell you what, it might not look like much on camera. Maybe it does, but it was a pain in the keister to get down here. And you know what the problem is? It's worse going up, but that's all right. We can get 1 more fish, it'll be worth it. Actually, even seeing that fish was worth it, so. Yeah, I don't know, 10 more minutes or so. Next spot, 3 more spots I could potentially fish if I need to, or want to. I don't need to do anything, but I do want to catch some more fish today, so we might have to try that. There we go. Right in front of that brush pile. See if there's another one or if he wants to play again. Another one. Another one. Got that one hooked. I don't know why there's a damn hornet flying around my head, but I don't like it. And yeah, oh. Ah, get out of here, B. B, no. No, stop. Stop, you piece of shit. I lost that fish because of a damn yellow jack or wherever the shit it was. Whatever it was, I didn't like it. I think it was a smaller one, but there was a big boy flying around here a little bit ago. So I might have overreacted a hair. I don't like bees. Alrighty, 3rd and final spot, and it's actually pretty cool looking. There's like a break in the creek, bridge, brush pile again. Never fished down here either. All 3 of these spots have been brand new, and yeah, we've been catching. We have been catching. Now where the hell do we throw to catch here? Because this looks pretty cool. Try up that way eventually, but for now we're gonna do this. Throw in this area here where the 2 parts meet and hope for the best. When fishing these spots, it's all about finding the hot spot, and we've been able to at areas that I didn't think would be very good. Did I leave my pole holder? Damn it! Down a pole holder. I don't even remember which spot I left it. I'm assuming the first. Let's just chuck this thing way down there. See if we can't get one. I wish we could walk down to those rocks, but no way in hell I'm doing that, so we're gonna have to settle with this. There we go. There we go. I figured there'd be a couple here. This just looks too good. I don't know if we're gonna get them in, but we got them hooked for now. In the rapids. This looks like a spot. There could be a lot of them, but I could be wrong. Seems like every spot's have, if you can figure out how to catch one, you can catch 2 or 3, so. See if that holds true for this spot. Fun on the light pole though. I mean, I could be using a catfish pole, but that would definitely make it less exciting. Big just splashed up there too. I thought he was bigger than that. That's all right. That is all right. Little male. About the same size. They're all kind of cookie cutters, but we'll take them. We will take them. You know what, boys and girls? The water's finally starting to feel cold. Fall is attempting to come. Nebraska weather keeps screwing it up though, because it keeps going back up to 90. I think today's like 87 or something. Something disgusting. But 87's better than 107, so we'll take it. We will take it. Alrighty, well, another hour of trying this spot, and yeah, didn't even really get any bites. Got some little peckerhead bites, but other than that, nothing else really happened. Tried up behind this brush pile, in front of this brush pile, above those rapids, right side, left side, straight down the middle, right in front of me. Just wasn't any more to be had. I figured this would be the best spot, but honestly, produced the least out of any of them. But yeah, wasn't a rager by any means. Didn't catch anything super giant, but I personally enjoy these exploratory missions more than the times that I go places that I know there's big fish there. Maybe I don't, but I kind of do sometimes. It's kind of fun. Takes me back to my roots, and yeah, that's how you find good spots, is by trying new spots. So didn't exactly find the best spots ever, but we did catch some fish, so I will take it. But if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Definitely appreciate you watching, appreciate your support, stuff and things. But now, goodbye. I missed.